from international players that came in. Their parents are here, and this is a senior class, let's face it, that's had to deal with some adversity that classes before them never have, right? A pause in 2020 and international travel so difficult during that time, and you could really see it as the players were introduced.
Right, 100%. This was a really important day for them. Whether this game on the field meant something or nothing, we saw parents from Germany, England here, and it was really nice to have them watch their kids play today. As you mentioned, for a while, that was something that they couldn't even think about doing.
Columbia controls from the back. Courtney Root from Wayne, New Jersey. Started 14 of 15 this year. This is game number 15 for both of these teams. Early chase down the wing will be shepherded out by Jordan DiVenero. And a goal kick for Hannah Gardner, game number 9 this year. Really split in between the pipes with Anna Karpenko. Gardner 5-1-1, .86 goals against, and a .760 save percentage. This is a Harvard team that has had to pull back results in their last 2 games, come from behind victories against Princeton and Dartmouth to 1-goal wins.
And in Ivy League play, you look at that 4-0-2 record, and that could easily have 2 losses on it. But coming back and not only grabbing a positive result, grabbing wins in games where they could have easily been on the wrong side or just drew.
Front to back once again for the Crimson, starting in a back 3 with wingbacks higher up the field. This is Angela Kaloya dropping for it. Pass went through Hannah Griffin and just booted out by Sam Cohn.
Well, this is a Crimson team that's used to getting shots towards the goal. They're second in the Ivy League in goals, so they convert on a lot of those shots. But today, without Bibar and Amadian, how will that be?
Hannah Griffin having a great senior season. One of the 7 players honored. From Luxembourg, cutback ball was booted out of the 18-yard box. Coming back for it is Sophie Hurst, who has been brilliant her whole career here at Harvard and has garnered conference accolades. Ivy League first team last year. Second teamer in 2019 when she was known more offensively. 5 goals and 5 assists.
And when you think of Harvard, you mentioned all the players up front that attack, but I like the defense of this team as well, and I look to number 17 to have a big game today, Taylor Fosnot, just a junior, so she'll have another year here, and I think she really solidifies that back line, has an assist on the season as well, can help out up front if needed.
Fosnot played all 90 minutes last game, the 2-1 road victory. This is the first game here at Jordan Field in almost a month. It's been 3 straight weekends on the road, and as you grind down later in the year into Ivy League play, you don't really need as many non-conference midweek tests. More focus of the task at hand. So 3 straight weekends away. A draw at Brown, always the game that is circled. And then wins on the road in due fashion against Princeton and Dartmouth.
Road wins are so tough to come by, too. Going into a road game, you're always looking to win, don't get me wrong, but a draw isn't a bad result on the road, and to come from behind and get a win is so impressive. So this team's confidence is sky high right now, as they'll have some real important games, they hope more than one, coming up in due time.
This is a team that is well poised. Worked inside, touchback by Prusak, a sophomore. Great start to the year, 7 points in the first 5 games. It's worked back by Josephine Hasbo. Now this way for Gunlish Daughter. On a test down the left wing, this is Sam Gordon face-to-face with her. Supported, good run continued, Holland Torres. Torres lifts the cross, it was awkward. Might have skimmed the crossbar and had Paige Nurkin thinking.
Wow, Torres, like you said, looking for a cross. It was the left foot, so might not have got it where she wanted it to go, but it was a little dangerous. As Nurkin looked like, to me, she might have got a piece of it, but they say no. It'll be just a goal kick for Columbia. And this Columbia team, Tyler, I mean, we talk about how good Harvard's been, but this Columbia team is young. And on the season, 7-4-3. I mean, moving forward, they could be a real problem in this Ivy League the next couple of years.
Yeah, keep an eye out for them going forward. Just 5 seniors They have large junior and sophomore classes, 13 juniors, 12 sophomores. And the Ivy League just improving year over year. It was a 3-bid league last year with Brown, Harvard, and Princeton. 3 teams that received first place votes in the Ivy League preseason poll. Brown was the favorite with 11, Harvard with 3. Work down the wing, good ball, crosses in. Jade Rose there to sweep it away. Jade Rose, the anchor at the back. This is just her 9th game of the year. Has played all 90 minutes in the previous 8. Nice touch inside. Challenge was there from Divanero, just able to keep it in play.
That's the senior on the back line making a really good play. A good challenge in a dangerous position as well inside the box. You got to be careful there. A Columbia penalty early would not be the tone this team wants to set. And Tyler, I got to say, it is absolutely packed over in the stands this afternoon.
Listen, for November in New England, I don't think you could pick a better day to be outside. And very busy day here on campus as well. Water polo action all day. Harvard-Columbia football going on as well. And then Harvard and Yale men's hockey later in the day.
The Ivy League at Harvard. Teams coming in on a beautiful Saturday. And talking about Columbia a little bit more, number 9 right in front of us here, Shira Cohen. She has been phenomenal this season and clutch. Game-winning goals, 4th in the Ivy League for her. She scores the big goal, and she's still young. Just a junior is Shira Cohen. So that's what we talked about, Tyler. They have so many players coming back, especially in this starting lineup. It's filled with sophomores and juniors.
And she was an Ivy League second teamer in 2019, injury-riddled campaign last year. So seeing what she's capable of at full fitness once again, and one of the scoring leaders on this team, 4 goals and 2 assists. Jade Rose lifted it up. The reason for the missed games is the champagne problems that Harvard has. 3 players with international duty, missing games for the best reason. This is one of them. And Gunlich's daughter weighs up the cross. Kaloya got to it, scuffed the shot wide. Pretty good chance there for a breakthrough 7 minutes in.
It's a really good ball from the sophomore Hasbo to start the play. She swings it to the wing so nicely, and the cross was in a good spot. Kaloya, just like you mentioned, scuffed it a little bit wide of that far post.
Now Columbia from the back. Maddie McCaw, center back over to Courtney Root. Transfer from Rutgers. Scarlet Knights team that advanced to the Final Four a season ago. Played just 8 games. Hasbo gives it over. Hannah Griffin, the senior. Griffin with the right foot. She scores. Well, how's that to open the scoring on senior day? Hannah Griffin, 5th of the year. Early lead for the Crimson.
You force a turnover, and it's a senior who buries it. How good is that as we take a look at the replay here? Hannah Griffin in a great position to score, goes across the grain to the near post, and it's just brilliantly done for her 5th of the season. A fitting goal for a senior on senior day.
Side netting, composed finish, and Hannah Griffin just continues to find a new level. Goal number 5, that brings her up to 14 points this year. Had just 1 goal a season ago in 13 games.
And for me, that's such a smart goal, because how many times did you see a player go for pace there and try to drill it into the upper corner? She sees the opening and deposits it right where it needs to go. That's impressive from the senior, the poise to put it in the right spot.
Harvard 7-0-1 this year when scoring first. Columbia 1-4-1 when allowing the first goal. That lone win came against Penn, which they trailed 1-0, scooped into the box. It belongs to Hannah Gardner.
Well, let's see how Harvard plays this now. Up early, still very early in this contest. See if they play a little bit more reserved or they keep the gas on the pedal. That's always for me in the game of soccer. Teams change up their play style so quickly, and if you're rolling, I always say keep rolling with it.
No reason to change anything. Harvard has enjoyed much of the possession in this one, but the goal comes from a Columbia giveaway. Josephine Hasbo with the assist. Assist number 4, point number 12 for the star-studded sophomore part of the Danish senior national team. Another player who has missed time this year with international duty. Threw ball ahead, overcooked, and another one for Gardner.
Gardner comes off her line aggressively. She's been really good, 5-1-1 overall. Had a season-high 5 saves against Cornell. That was a huge game for her. As you mentioned, this team can score at will, so when she makes a couple good saves, it's really tough for the opposition to stay with Harvard.
Nice little drop of the shoulder there from DiVinero. This is Sophie Hurst. Hurst trying to go out wide. It's cleaned up there, shielded by Sam Gordon, who as just a 9-year-old went viral. Video of her playing football, just absolutely dominant, was featured on the NFL 100 Super Bowl commercial. Over 50 million hits on YouTube now. Just an incredible video, and Sam Gordon has landed well and been in the starting 11 for all 15 games here for Columbia.
50 million views. I don't think I have that on any of my videos combined.
I'd be impressed if even combined you had 50 mil.
I'd be impressed if I had 50 combined on my YouTube videos. A good athlete and a viral star, apparently. Impressive.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. Just YouTube Sam Gordon football. He did the media rounds at a very young age.
And really the backbone of this Columbia team. Just a sophomore also. You mentioned it, started in every game. That's trust from your coach.
Angela Kaloya off another turnover for the Lions. Kaloya monster season last year with 10 goals. 2 goals, 4 assists this year. But over a point per game for her career, 53. This is her 47th contest.
To be over a point a game in soccer is so impressive. It really shows how talented of a player you are.
Hasbo gets the cross in, chested down by Griffin, the goal scorer. Just surrounded by navy blue. This is Hurst. Lifted over the top. Good header out. Momentarily there from Root. Kaloya right back in it. Harvard in attacking posture here, keeping possession in the attacking third. Fosnot went for a change of play. Good touch to even keep it there from Sophie Hurst from front to back once again for the Crimson.
Well, you said it. Harvard's been in the offensive third for quite some time. Oh, boy.
One touch. Griffin coming in. She was fended off. Look to the referee. Half-hearted penalty claim, but it's out of play. That was Hannah Griffin, the senior, once again bursting through in on goal.
Well, let's take a look here. We'll get a replay of Hannah Griffin coming through. It's a beautiful touch on through there. Just let her a little bit too much. You're not going to get that call when the ball's away from your feet. Hasbo's been good setting up her teammates early in this offensive third. And Tyler, in the middle third, where the game is really won for me always, that's your transition battles. Harvard's been really good at slowing Columbia down there and been able to come on the counter pretty quick.
We've seen Harvard try and build from the back, and when Columbia's done the same, it's been a couple of turnovers. Dangerous positions, back with Courtney Root here. Rutgers team last year that went 19-4-2. Root from Wayne, New Jersey, has started 14 of 15. Columbia patient, just looking for an opening. Gordon pressed forward. Jade Rose sweeping over, an Ivy League first teamer last year. Made it in the Top Drawer Soccer first year best 11. 2 goals a season ago and has not left the field in the game she's played in this year.
Yeah, and as we watch this game progress, Columbia just has been sloppy in that middle third. A lot of turnovers there and haven't been able to get anything going for goal. They had a good first attack to start the game back in the 44th minute, but other than that, it's been quiet. The first minute, I should say.
Hannah Gardner, 2 shutouts this year, 4 saves against UNC Greensboro. 2 saves in the win against Long Beach State. Well, the only blemish on the schedule for Harvard was a 1-0 loss here against Boston University that caught everyone by surprise. A game in which the Crimson outshot the Terriers 27-2. Worked inside. This is better from Columbia. Jade Rose had enough of that.
Rose has been really good to start this contest. They have tried to work this near side, and between Rose and Fosnot, nothing has come.
Such a highly touted prospect. Was already a member of the Canadian national team. She arrived here on campus, played in the 2021 She Believes Cup. Was also the National Youth Player of the Year in 2020. And what sticks out immediately when it comes to Jade Rose, just the composure. Never really looks tested on the ball.
Yeah, she started the last 3 games, so she is earning the coach's trust here as well, getting more and more playing time. Registered a shot in each of those games too, so she has been able to work up the field as well. And you gotta love that. Another young player in this starting lineup for Harvard.
So much was made last year about the Ivies returning to action and how much rust there would be. Really not playing since 2019, a 2-year break, but when you have players that are always on the international circuit, critical experience in high leverage situations.
Right, playing against some of the top players in the world. So soccer is the sport where, like you said, there's not going to be much rust because these legs are always going.
DiVinero speeding through into the box. DiVinero's cross deflected. First corner of the game comes just over 15 minutes in. Harvard knocking on the door again.
DiVinero wins a corner with her speed. Nothing was there. Tried to get it for goal, but they'll take a corner for sure. We'll see how this one swings in the box from the far side. Not much wind today at Jordan Field, so shouldn't play a factor.
Gunlich's daughter stands over it. In swinger to the near post, headed free. Kaloya trying to keep the foot on the accelerator for the Crimson. A goal to the good. Senior day strike for Hannah Griffin. Danger not yet cleared for Columbia. Gunlich's daughter peels back. 3 goals, 4 assists this year in 9 games. Dangerous ball in, headed down. What a save from Nurkin.
Wow is all you can say. Nurkin diving to her left. What a save. 4 clean sheets on the season. Not going to have one today, obviously, but you see there why. A really athletic and acrobatic save with trouble on the doorstep. I believe it was Rose.
Harvard keeping up the pressure here. Fantastic save for Paige Nurkin. Remember that one. Keeps it a 1-goal game. Sophie Hurst, 5th-year senior, led all freshmen in scoring all the way back in 2018. This is career game number 58.
She found the back of the net most recently in a 5-1 thrashing against Cornell. Another player earned first-team All-Ivy honors last year and just has been really dangerous and really good on the ball this season as well.
This Harvard team started the year 6-0, unbeaten in their first 9, 7-0-2. Lifted up for Hasbo, put an immediate imprint onto this season. Scored all 3 goals, a hat trick in the season opener against Central Connecticut State.
And early in this game, the biggest standout to me is the speed of Harvard. Columbia seems to be chasing the game here early, and Harvard's just working the wings with speed and able to create from the outside.
Columbia with Ivy wins this year against Cornell, Penn, and Dartmouth. All of which 1-goal games. Half of Columbia's games have been tight contests, but they're 5-2 in 1-goal games. Outside from Hurst, Kaloya will have to chase this one down. Kaloya trying to come inside, looking for some support. Wriggles free. This is Hasbo, just outside the 18. Hasbo is trying to probe it out wide, and Columbia makes the clearance.
All that danger came from a heavy touch from Root there. And that's what it's been, a little sloppy from Columbia in their own third. They've gotten bailed out of trouble by Nurkin once on a big chance missed from the Crimson.
Good intercept from Fosnot, but one back. Good effort from Shara Cohen. And she scores, makes it mean something. 3 game-winning goals of her 4 goals this year. Game winners against Fordham, Cornell, and Dartmouth. Another thing, too, scoring game-winning goals in conference play.
Those are vital. Those aren't the 4th goal in a 4-0 game. Those are the big ones. Your team's going to look for you when they need one, especially with the big games right around the corner, Tyler.
Divanero with a second chance. Able to lift it to the back post. Gunlich's-daughter was fended off. She's whistled for that, impeding in the back of Sam Gordon.
Cross was a little long, headed towards the back post. Columbia does a good job of shutting things down there. And when it's been settled in the Columbia end, they've really been solid on their back line. It's in transition where the trouble has come for Columbia.
20 minutes gone in this one. Harvard 1, Columbia nothing. On Hannah Griffin's 5th goal of the year, an early strike. As the Crimson ahead. Unbeaten this year. And scoring the first one. One for Griffin to chase down. Griffin gets the cross in. It was headed down. Another save. Hasbo got the head to it. Nurkin stretching to her right. 2 impressive saves here in the first half.
This could be 3-0 Crimson in this contest. This is an incredible save. Full extension here as Nurkin makes the save here. Knocks it down. Has to gather it after the fact. But she's able to find it and clear any type of danger.
Hurst went down right back off the turf. Trying to find Hasbo. It really started her career as more of a holding midfielder, someone who gets really stuck in that area of the field, but you can see the offensive impression she has left. An assist in this one, now 12 points, coming off a 7-point year.
And the pregame scout from Harvard must have been to press, because they are giving Columbia a ton of trouble coming out of their own third. As this is the 3rd time now they've had to retreat back to their keeper to reset.
Hopeful ball down the wing, out of play, throw in for the Crimson.
You say hopeful, I say wasteful. You're a little bit nicer than me, as Columbia's had trouble to maintain possession in this contest, and you can't be giving away opportunities to get up the field.
I'm always an optimist. It's too nice out today to be pessimistic.
I'll keep that in the back of my head there.
Keep that in mind. Taylor Fosnot baits in some pressure and speeds by. Hasbo, nice turn of pace, was surrounded and brought down. Kaloya with the next touch. Griffin able to keep it in for the moment. Through ball was just a little bit too heavy from Kaloya.
We said Josephine Hasbo's name quite a bit in this one, as she has been really, really good. 7th in assists per game in the Ivy League, and you see why. She's able to find that open field and create space for her teammates, put them in dangerous positions to get a shot for goal.
Shots are 5-0 here in favor of Harvard. 3 on goal. 2 saves from Paige Nurkin. And you remember both of them, both fantastic saves off headed chances where Harvard could easily have multiple goals here in the first half.
That's why for me, soccer is always a sport where the goals against and save percentage doesn't play a big role for me on how good a keeper is. Nurkin has 2 saves and allowed a goal, but her 2 saves, it could have been 3-0. She could have 0 saves to her name today. So although her goals against isn't great right now, her save percentage is just okay, but it could be at 0.
Yeah, you really have to look into the context of the saves, and very timely saves in this game as well. With Columbia on the ropes early, getting ready to make the first alteration of the game. Claire Pinney, sophomore from Westchester, Pennsylvania, getting ready.
Claire Pinney will see some action here. She's looking for her first points of the season here. The regular season finale. Another young player, just a sophomore for this team, off the bench plays in quite a lot of games, has 2 shots on goal this season, hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet.
Yeah, if Columbia can start to generate that secondary scoring, and we mentioned a couple of big classes that are getting experience here in 2022. Another no-nonsense challenge there from Fosnot, reading the game well as we get the substitution. Cohen out and Claire Pinney into the game.
Keep talking about this middle third here as Harvard forces another turnover off the throw, and it's been all Harvard here. You see it, they have to retreat. Columbia, they're trying to reverse the field. They're trying to work up this near wing. I don't know if they saw something in the pre-scout here on this near side, but it hasn't been working early in this contest.
Fosnot has been very strong, someone who really grew in confidence late last year. Started 6 games, including the final 5 matches of the year. She was 3rd on the team in scoring as well. You mentioned it earlier. Just possesses that two-way talent.
And right on cue, there she goes, turning it over for the Crimson. As we have our second sub on the Columbia side as Kendall McBride, the junior from Church Falls, Virginia, pops into this game.
Replace Grace Herron. Kendall McBride, 14th appearance, 2 starts this year, which came back-to-back against LaSalle and Penn. Decisive challenge going to ground and then putting an arm in was Sophia Cavalier, and it has Josephine Hasbo a little bit shaken up, clutching at that right leg.
It looks like she got stepped on there, and with the cleats, always a painful thing. But she pops back to her feet, which is great to see. And you mentioned Grace Herron before. Has 5 points on the season, but hasn't had a point since September 15th. So she started the season hot and has been a little cold ever since. So they'll need her to get going, especially when she comes back into this game.
Working out of danger was Maya Tabian, named to the Top Drawer Soccer Freshman Top 100 this year, picked 77th. 3 goals, 2 assists, has slotted in 14 starts this year. One of just 3 first years. This is a Columbia roster that is really anchored by the juniors and sophomores.
Allie Clark at the midfield line right now with the captain armband on. Last year was a first-team All-Ivy League, third-team All-East Region, so quite a player there. Pops in off the bench from Jamison, PA.
And 5 goals, 4 assists last year, was second on the team in scoring. And this is a Columbia team that returned their top 9 scorers from last year, so the building blocks are there. They just keep getting better and better, and incremental improvements. Jade Rose, good read, picks off the pass, goes out wide for Griffin, the goal scorer. Hannah Griffin cuts in on the right foot, slipped in. Kaloya's shot, she scores! Upper 90 for the senior. The class of 2023 showing out on senior day.
Wow, it's the left foot, too, of Kaloya. How good is that? And it all starts with a step up in the middle third from Rose. Real good stuff, just inside the box. Left foot, absolutely beautifully done. No chance for Paige Nurkin, and it's 2-0 Harvard.
That is a screamer from Kaloya. Just her 3rd goal of the year. You know what she's capable of. 10 goals last season. Ivy League first teamer. She was second in the conference in goals last year. The offensive numbers haven't shown it in 2022, but she's still got that in her locker.
Very impressive stuff, and Jade Rose earns her first assist of the season, and it is a beauty. She steps up in the middle third, forces the turnover, and that's where the whole play begins. You look back at the shot, and that's all you're thinking of, but you have to give credit where it's due. Number 5 with a really, really headsy play.
Hannah Griffin also gets a helper. So a 3-point afternoon handball on the Crimson.
Well, here comes the Lions push, right? Gotta be. Blake Turner also checked in for this Lions team. Got a goal on the season, wearing the captain's armband as well for this Lions team.
Well, with that goal, it's Now 40 on the year for the Crimson. They came in tied for 11th, the most goals in a season in program history, and the most since 2013. And how much talent they've had year in and year out. The big key loss last year was Murphy Agnew, but a team that really brought back everyone. They have excelled and found just a new level offensively, one of the best in the nation, 7th in the NCAA.
And you talk about how good the Crimson attack has been, but right there, it's another good play on the back line from Fosnot. The junior gets the head on the ball, clears it out of trouble, and there really hasn't been any danger from Columbia at all. As you mentioned, Harvard's got the only shots this game. Columbia doesn't even have a shot, nonetheless one on goal.
Columbia has yet to win a game in which they've trailed at halftime. Still 16 minutes in change here in the first half of Jordan Field. Sun being shielded by a cloud. Hannah Griffin, already 3 points here in the half, out wide. Width from Gunlish Daughter to the back post, no one there in white, but it's Angela Kaloya. Hasbo there to win it back, got the ball first on a crunching challenge. Hannah Griffin lets it go from distance, fired wide.
Why not with the half she's having? Let it go from anywhere on the field right now. The Lions bench was not too happy about that challenge from Hasbo, but Tyler, I agree with you. Ball first, and you saw the ref make that motion that, yes, she did get the ball first, play on. I thought it was a good call by the official.
Columbia starts the day 4th in the Ivy League at 3-2-1. Brown first, Yale third. Well, that game not happening. Columbia with a win here this afternoon would leapfrog Yale in points. A draw would put them level in points in Ivy League play with 11, but be judged by winning percentage. The final standings as Harvard readying a change in Megan Mackey.
Mackey with 5 points on the season as well, and Harvard's deep up front for sure. They get points off the bench. They get goals off the bench. They have been really good, and Hannah Mackey might not play the most minutes off the bench, but she's dangerous when she's out on the pitch.
Yeah, the game-winning goal against Dartmouth last weekend. Angela Kaloya now with the right foot, looped over.
Only played 17 minutes in that game against Dartmouth, too, and is able to find the back of the net. Justina Bitzer, just a first year, checks in for Columbia. Another player who's young and sees the field quite a bit for this team.
Sophie Hurst comes off for the Crimson, and Sam Gordon for Columbia. Both coaches freshening things up. Tracy Bartholomew, year number 8, just the 3rd head coach in program history, hired back in December of 2013, and was the first head coach in program history to record 4 straight winning Ivy League records. She did that from 2016 to 19. Last year they were 3-4, which was tied 4th in the Ivy League. Looking for their 4th conference win here this afternoon, but an early hole to dig out of. Gardner came out, she missed it, but the shot flailed just wide. Kendall McBride, the chance of the afternoon so far for Columbia.
The first mistake on the back line we've seen from the Crimson. DiVernario tried to play it back to her keeper, and it was dangerous. I would like to see her just rip it into the sidelines there and get it out of play. Oh, boy. That was nearly a gift for the Lions. And to touch on Coach Bartholomew, she's brought success with her, and the success isn't going to stop as this team continues to bring better and better players in. I mean, look at the recruiting class this year. First years all over, already touching the field quite a bit.
Smith Hunter into the game, the highly touted recruit, member of the U20 U.S. national team. It's ranked the number 3 recruit in the nation when she got here on campus. Angela Kaloya. First touch out wide for Hunter. Line drive cross in. Hasbo got the first touch. Comes down for Kaloya. Reload on this right side. Floated in. Gunlish Daughter rises, and it's comfortably into the hands of Nurkin.
Golnish daughter has been really good in this contest as well. I'm glad you said it enough times for me to finally be able to say how good she's playing. And right away, Smith Hunter makes a big difference in this contest. She comes in, the junior defender, and she swings 2 great balls right into the box, and she's going to be a problem for quite some time.
Harvard getting ready to continue to freshen things up across the attacking line. Audrey Francois and Ava Lung readying. Nice trickeration down that left wing for Maya Tabian. In the first year out of play, and we'll get the substitutions for the Crimson. Lung, one of the seniors, but not honored. She'll be returning next year. There's 9 seniors on the roster. It's her and Gabby Del Pico that are coming back. Hannah Griffin with the opener will come off, as well as Adlaw Gunlishdottir.
How about Audrey Francois, the first year from Quebec. Francois. 8 points on the season, 4 assists in a big mashup in that Ivy League. A ton of players with 4 assists there. Second in the Ivy League, just all crashing together. But she's been really good, just a first year off the bench. Coach Hammond's going to be very happy to have her for years to come.
From the back, Fosnot. Another strong defensive half from her. First touch for Francois. Inside for Mackey. Points in the last 2 games. 2 come from behind victories for the Crimson. She was the hero on the road in Hanover last Saturday with the game winner in the 83rd minute. One for Smith Hunter. Now Kaloya. Kaloya bursting in right foot shot, a one-hopper. Stopped by Nurkin.
That's the 10th shot of the half, the 6th on goal, as Nurkin has been extremely busy in this first half. Columbia has registered a shot. They gave Columbia a shot there. I think that was on the DiVernerio pass back to her goalkeeper. They gave Columbia a shot for that. Is just 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Megan Mackey. They're getting a lot of volume for Smith Hunter. Room for a cross. Lifted in, half clearance. Francois was there to put a bid in for it. Taylor Fosnot into an attacking posture. Why not? Fosnot all the way through. Scooped out a play by Bitzer. They're saying it's Harvard's number 17. That got the last touch. Goal kick.
Didn't see it that way from here, but Columbia will sure take that. It's a good defensive play by Justina Bitzer, the first year from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Looked like she got beat, but able to get back and bank that one apparently off Fosnot to win the goal kick.
Under 10 to go here, half number 1. So far, so good on senior day. Harvard 2 goals to the good. It's the class of 2023 with both of them, Hannah Griffin and Angela Kaloya. Lara Schenk forced back defensively. Schenk, a member of the Ivy League second team last year. She led the team to over 1,400 minutes played, did not leave the fields. Francois chases this one down. Into the box left side. Francois tried to tap it to herself. Too many layers defensively in support for Columbia. Again, Mackey. Mackey, the junior from Crawley, England. Fosnot once again baiting the pressure. She went down, dragged by Prusak.
A little bit slow to get up there. She went down awkwardly, was looking for the foul call. They've really let them play in this first half.
Fosnot from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Lights are on here at Jordan Field. Sun's starting to set. What has been an absolute picturesque day in New England. You don't really think of a regular season finale with temperatures in the 70s. We've been blessed here this afternoon.
The sweaters have come off in the press box. The windows have been pulled out. You can't ask for a better day, Tyler.
It feels like spring, but we know what we're going to have to deal with for the next few months. Let's soak it in while you have it.
And these players have to be absolutely ecstatic. They thought the Under Armour was going to be on, freezing. Every time you hit the ground, it hurts. But they've been blessed with 75 and sunny at Jordan Field.
Out wide for Francois. Francois gets by 2 out of a sandwich cutback ball. Long shot was blocked. Tremendous individual burst there from Audrey Francois. That's what the first year is all about.
Really crafty stuff from Francois. She's been able to create so much space for herself, and she's back on the ball again here.
Change of play here to Kaloya. You see how things are going by the positioning of Smith Hunter, one of the wingbacks, pushing higher and higher up the pitch. Long one touch outside. Kaloya is there with Hunter and supporting run if needed.
And you can hear the Lions bench screaming to get up higher. They want them to pressure the ball, as they really haven't given Harvard any trouble breaking into their offensive third, where I would say 80% of this game has been spent.
Blake Turner and Hannah Deljic into the game. The final 6 minutes of half number 1.
Blake Turner from Laguna Beach scored her lone goal back on September 11th against Fordham. Has played in 10 games, all off the bench. Season high 28 minutes against Dartmouth.
Back for Jordan Beverina. Senior wearing the captain's armband. Just 2 starts this year, 30th career game here this afternoon. Well, for a Harvard team that has put together a good resume, hoping to host an NCAA tournament game, depending on who you get, I think you want the weather to shift a little bit. You don't want to, if you get a team from the South, you don't want them coming here in 75-degree temps. You want to use your home field advantage.
That's when you want 35 and some howling winds. Any Southern team would want to get back on the plane and head back home. But no, I agree with you. This is shocking here. And if you have a school down south, this is what you're used to. So you do want your home field advantage a little bit here. Under 5 in this first half. It's been all Crimson today.
Harvard lost 3-0 in the first round of the NCAA tournament last year to Wake Forest. It was the 17th tournament appearance in program history. Their first at-large bid since '04. Francois tried to swivel. It's back with the Crimson. Pass was cut out. Holland Torres, one of the seniors, trying to put it middle.
Not much size on Holly Torres, but she is quick and she gets to the ball fast. The Frisco, Texas native has been good in her time.
Comfortably done once again. Jade Rose, the last layer of defense. Rose will have to step in, gets there just ahead of the onrushing Claire Pinney. Pocket of space here for Torres. Drilled out wide, perfectly for Hunter. Smith Hunter off a deflection. It'll be a corner. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half, and chance for more for the Crimson.
Such a good ball from Torres. So impressive. My favorite thing about watching soccer is that opening pass that starts the rush, because it always gets overlooked. And when you're watching it from here, you have such a good angle to see. Torres made such a good pass off the outside of her foot to curl it back in for Hunter. So impressive.
Jade Rose coming to join. Megan Mackey, outswinger, Hasbo. It's the head to it, then it was Francois. Second ball is won by Columbia.
And Harvard is so quick to regroup and maintain possession. Instead of trying the quick up and get a second shot right away, they reset. That time it didn't work out for them, but they have had the ball for a good portion of this match.
Enjoyed much of the possession. 2 goals have come in transition when it's been Columbia trying to build from the back. Once again, Fosnot reads it well. Tremendous read of the game. Mackey turns inside, sheds defenders, and was caught up there by Tabian. So much optimism for her. First year from Washington. 77th on the top drawer first year 100.
Another one of those players in this year's recruiting class that's going to be really, really good. Already is, only getting better. Was on the U15 and U18 national teams.
Bouncer in, just another stop for Nurkin here in this first half. Shots are 13-1 Harvard. Columbia was gifted a very big chance to get a lifeline in this one. Just sent wide as we're under 2 minutes to go here before the interval.
7 of those shots on goal. Nurkin's been busy. As a keeper, you expect maybe 7 shots on goal all game. This is just in the first half here. And we mentioned on the other end, Hannah Gardner's season high is just 5. Nurkin's well over that in the first half.
All the way down, and a goal kick for Hannah Gardner. Quickly approaching the final minute. Tyler Davey, Mike Basile with you. So glad to have you with us if you're not outside today at Jordan Fields.
I mean, you might be. There's a ton of people here today. We got football going on behind us. And here at Jordan Field, it is absolutely packed on Senior Day, supporting a really good Harvard Crimson team with a 2-0 lead in the first half.
14th in RPI, and so much of that reason is success on the road. Harvard has that unbeaten away from Jordan Field, 5-0-3, and that includes 3 really good draws against TCU and Brown. Penn, a little bit of the outlier, but they do have a win on the road in dominating fashion against NC State. Clipped in, Columbia hoping for a last-second chance. They will get their first corner. Got to hurry, so we head to 30 seconds.
This will be their best chance of the match here off the corner, and they're going to have to rush it, as you said.
Cavalier to take it. The right footer will outswing it. Outs once, flicked around, not clear. Gardner missed it. And it was a headed chance there for Prusak. Another corner with 10 seconds.
They're really going to have to rush this one.
No time to readjust. Prusak quickly to it. In-swinger Fosnot rises. And Kaloya will take the sting out of half number 1. Senior Day so far so good here at Jordan Field. 2 members of the class of 2023 on the score sheet, Hannah Griffin and Angela Kaloya. The win, they would improve to 5-0-2. They would have the most points in the H&8. But this year, not enough.
I like to see how Harvard starts this second half. They never took the foot off the gas in the first half. Will they slow it down a little bit here, kind of accept a Columbia rush, or will they keep stepping up at the midline because they have caused so much trouble in this middle third for Columbia? I say there's no reason to stop what you're doing. Don't play that park the bus mentality because that could get you into trouble.
Suffocating pressure from Harvard. Smith Hunter is out there to start this second half, and it's a new goaltender for Columbia. Number 19, Elizabeth Matei, junior from Davie, Florida. Attended American Heritage for high school, 3-0-2 this year. This is her 10th appearance. Has been in this goaltending tandem with Paige Nurkin. No foul. Josephine Hasbo went down. We play on. We've seen the threshold of this game. They're letting them play.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that one bit. I'd rather that than the constant whistles that slows down the rhythm of the game. But this isn't rare to see from Columbia. The goalie split the game. I think it's rare at this level to see, but not rare from Columbia. They like it. It seems to work for them, so they're sticking with it.
Well, both teams feel it's an embarrassment of riches in between the sticks. The foul goes against Harvard and Lara Schenk. Hannah Gardner, Anna Karpenko splitting game after game.
They'll each play 45 here. We'll have a free kick in swinging from the far side of the field for the Lions here, looking to cut the lead to 1.
Good chance to pounce early here for Columbia.
They're picking up where they left off to end the first half, Tyler.
Lifted to the back post. The header is won by Columbia. Second ball as well, but over the crossbar. Got underneath the header. And a brilliant chance for the Lions to get one back early in this second.
That's going to go under big chances missed here, Tyler. The first ball is so good. You see, getting caught in no man's land was Gardner, and the header is just elevated over the bar.
Tabian was left alone, and here comes Gulich's daughter in transition. Draws two, gets the cross in. Matei first interaction, able to hunt down this cross.
Well, I would say it's much tougher to play the second half of the contest. All these players are into the game, they're into the flow of the game, and you're coming in cold as a goalkeeper. It's got to be tough, but Matei is used to it. We'll see how she does. I like how she grabs that and holds on. If you had any type of jitters, you might drop that back in the 6-yard box.
He's played now in the last 7 matches. Played the final 45 in the previous 4. 7th home game of the year for the Crimson, their first time here at Jordan Field since October 8th. It was 3 straight weekends, Ivy League road matches against Brown, Princeton, and Dartmouth. Kaloya chasing this one down. Matei just able to clear her lines.
Sure, Coach Hammond would like to talk to the schedulers about that. 3 straight road weekends in a row against tough opponents in the prime stretch of your season, and Harvard comes out unscathed.
Home games this year in conference against Yale and Cornell both have been lopsided victories. 6-0 against the Bulldogs, 5-1 against the Big Red. Well, in an 8-team conference where you're going to play 7 conference games, there's always going to be that year where it's more road matches you have at home. Just works out for Harvard that in that year they have more travels in conference play. They have to go to Providence to take on Brown, who has been the gold standard.
And Sam Cohn, she knew whose ball that should be as the officials get some help. And Columbia maintains possession. But you mentioned it, the home games have been good. Jordan Field has been good to this Crimson team. So having some home postseason play here, no one's going to be upset about that.
Holland Torres, 8th start of the year, started the last 7. Career game number 40. Trying to see out a senior day victory. Coming back for it was Hurst. Given away, first time shot. Hannah Gardner was thinking, pulled away at the last second. That was Allie Clark, always capable of it.
I like that from Columbia. Get things going towards the goal. Good things happen when you put the ball towards goal. They've been very much trapped in their own end. Now that they've been released a little bit to the offensive third, I like them putting balls towards the net here.
Josephine Hasbo lost the handle. Sam Gordon was there, part of the U.S. Olympic Development Program. Such an incredible athlete we touched on earlier. This way for Cone. Swept up by Jade Rose, covers so much ground, and follows the play all the way to midfield and went into the back of Maya Tabian.
Jade Rose really good there. As you mentioned, followed the play. I don't hate the foul. It's away. Now Harvard can reset. Nothing dangerous comes of it. It's just like what would have happened, except she's back on her line.
This right side, Columbia trying to get on the front foot. Shank there defending. Slid in to make sure she did not concede the corner. Throw in Columbia.
Really good play there. Doesn't look like much, but it's so tough to get a throw in into the box from here. And a corner kick you could just easily in swing.
This is Clark on the turn. It's held by Gardner down well to her left, but getting a couple looks now is Allie Clark, member of the Ivy League first team last year, 14 points.
Well, Tyler, they threw it right into the box, so I was wrong once again, but it's a really good look from Clark, and it's a good save from Gardner. She hasn't been too busy today, and the shot was right on, but she hates the save, gathers, and easily distributes. Out the other way come the Crimson.
Sophie Hurst. Good one-touch passing. Kaloya gets it back on the volley. That was aimed there. Good bit of skill, but it belongs to Elizabeth Matei, and Kaloya has already shown what she's capable of with the left foot. That would have been something, a right-footed volley from distance.
ambitious, wasn't it? But when you have a strike like that in the first half, why not go for it? And for Matei, it's a really nice welcome to the game. You have the cross that she gathers nicely, and then the shot from well out, that's no problem at all. Now she feels like she's in the game. We're 8 minutes into this second half, and Matei has felt the ball a couple times.
These are two juniors that have split the net, so be another year of a tandem for Tracy Bartholomew, year number 8. Defensively minded coach. This Columbia team has twice been in the top 10 defensively in the NCAA under her tenure. Was at LIU Brooklyn for 13 years previous.
Oh boy.
Angela Kaloya spread it out wide. Depth here for DiVernero. Good cross in. Matei spills it. It went off of the posts. Matei thankfully able to see it out of play, but a corner for the Crimson.
Did you see DiVernero do a flip on the throw-in?
We do not have the angle. I did not see the monitor.
Holy smokes. I've seen it on TV. I've never seen it in person.
In swinging corner, headed away by Sam Cohn. Harvard keep up the pressure. Out of the back for Schenk. Jade Rose, tallest out there, headed on in front, they score. Harvard makes it 3. Jade Rose, another helper. Rising high to that one. And the Crimson pouring it on.
It's a really good effort from Jade Rose there. A perfect ball, working it over. And Josephine Hasbo is the recipient of a beautiful pass. And I saw Samantha Cohn on the Columbia side, wanted the flag up for an offside. It looks like Hasbo was in perfect position, just stayed onside. It was close, Tyler.
Hasbo started the year with a hat trick. And that is her 5th of the season. Jade Rose, 2 assists. And Harvard has added to their lead. They continue their dominance here in Ivy League games at home.
You don't want to be coming here for Ivy League play. No one will have to anymore in the regular season. But, you know, Brown definitely would have turned down the invitation for tomorrow's 1v1 that we made up.
Working back with it is Tabian, member of the U.S. U15 and U18 national teams. Spread it out wide. Harvard getting back in numbers. Hasbo didn't get much in the challenge. It's up to Kaloya.
That's a real backbreaker goal for the Lions, too, because they did have a little bit of push to start this second half. And there's nothing the goalkeeper, Matei, could do on that goal. Didn't matter if it was her or Nurkin in. It's 3-0 either way.
Harvard 7-0 this year when leading at halftime. Columbia 0-4-1, and they've trailed at the break. Goodlich's daughter was surrounded. Harvard maintains possession. Nice first touch from Hurst. Searching pass. Hasbo for Kaloya, clipped back on the left foot. Too heavy of a touch, gives possession to the Lions.
Hannah Bibar out. Ainsley Amadian out. 3 goals for the Crimson. The confidence of these players who are seeing extra time because of that is going to be sky high as they look forward to tournament play.
Hannah Bibar, 6 goals, 8 assists. Ainsley Amadian, 7 goals and 2 helpers. Crossed in. Kaloya gets this one down, tried to flip it over. Good last-ditch defending from Courtney Root. Danger not cleared. Griffin didn't get much on the shot, and will be chased down by Sam Gordon.
The Crimson applying pressure since the goal. They have stayed on that upper foot, and they have looked really good all contest long. Columbia in spurts, end of the first half to start the second half, have looked good, but they haven't been able to string together good play for more than 2-3 minutes at a time.
Columbia Those 2 goals in the first half was when they were trying to build from the back. A couple of giveaways dangerously up the fields. Intercepted again from Harvard. Torres bypasses the midfields. Through ball, neither Kaloya, who applauds the effort on the probing pass from Sophie Hurst.
Back on that Harvard goal, we talked about how good Rose was, but the first ball again from Lara Shank was so good. Her first point of the season. So we talked about confidence moving forward. Players grabbing some points their first of the season. Rose got her first and Shank got her first in the last regular season game.
Columbia tried to go out wide. It was Sam Cohn that was making the run. But slipping as she tried to deliver it was Anya Prusak. This is Hurst. Senior day for her as well as Kaloya. Little 1-2 down the right wing. Hurst lines it in. Was touched up. Free ball. Hasbo going for it. Hasbo goes to ground. A good secondary effort there from Courtney Root to deal with the momentary danger.
It's always tough to come on the road and play back in high school, homecoming, here, senior day. It's so tough. You know who's in attendance. You know who's watching the games. And for the underclassmen, you're playing for your upperclassmen in this game. So everyone is really looking to get a win. It's the regular season finale, senior day. It was going to be really tough for Columbia to come here and get a positive result.
Such a good crowd on hand. Final regular season game at Jordan Fields, hoping this is not the last we see of this team here at home. They have built up a very good resume, 14th in the nation in RPI, 5-0-3 on the road. That includes a win over then number 17 NC State, a draw at then number 17 TCU.
Sophia Cavallari set to check back in for the Lions. As a first year, she started all 16 contests. Was an all-Ivy League honorable mention. See if she can provide a spark off the bench in half number 2.
Hunter works it back. Some extended time here. She came in as a first half substitute. Smith Hunter, 12 starts this year. So no stranger to playing big minutes, and great to have her healthy. Just played 1 game last year, missed the bulk through injury. Hurst, good win in midfields. It just seems that Harvard has been so decisive, winning every single 50-50 challenge here this afternoon.
They really have. They've dominated this middle third as well, where all the speed comes from.
Griffin cut back, Hasbo tap in. Hasbo on the double here in the second half. Picked out perfectly from Hannah Griffin. Crimson running riot.
Hannah Griffin, what a pass. All Hasbo has to do is deposit it into the yawning cage, and that's exactly what she does. Once again, no chance for Elizabeth Matei. It's 4-0 Crimson. It's a runaway train at Jordan Field.
Well, when she scores in bunches. A hat trick in the season opener. 2 goals tonight, had 2 assists last game, a hand in both goals against Dartmouth. And also with an assist here this evening, a 5-point night for Josephine Hasbo. And Harvard 4 goals up on Columbia.
She's on hat-trick watch as well now. How impressive would that be for the sophomore on senior day?
A natural hat trick is well watched. If she can make it 5 and still a half hour to go in this one, all Crimson. Final regular season home match here at Jordan Fields. Final regular season game for the class of 2023. They are showing out. This is Griffin. Griffin bursting in. Shot was blocked. Jordan Beverina getting back at the last moment. Lively once again. Griffin playing the best soccer of her career.
It's a really good play from Beverina as well. One too many touches there from Griffin, as that could have ended up in goal again. She scored a very similar goal to open up the match, as we'll have a long throw in for the Crimson.
DiVernero trying to work by. Not a play, last touch by Harvard, and a couple of substitutions, one for both teams. As Justin Bitzer for Columbia, Ava Lung for Harvard.
Hannah Griffin checks out. She has been phenomenal tonight. The senior on senior night, no surprise at all. And you mentioned that these players are starting to find their groove at the right time.
That's a scary prospect. This Harvard team, just one loss this year, and they're just getting better and better. And they have had so many lopsided games here at home. Now outscoring Ivy League opponents 15-1 here at Jordan Fields. Goonlish daughter trying to hold off Justina Bitzer's pressure.
You want your useless fact of the day, Tyler?
I'm ready.
Crimson right now have a 10-0 goal differential with me in attendance. How good is that, huh?
That was useless. You did say it.
Just exactly what everybody needs to know. But it just seems like on this field, this team really plays with so much more confidence. I don't know if it's you get the better sleep, you don't have the bus legs, what it is, but something about Jordan Field really gets the legs going for this team. I mean, look at the stats. 17 shots, 11 on goal, 4 goals, obviously, and everyone's getting involved.
Gabby Del Pico in for the first time. Sophie Hurst, he substituted out. Del Pico, another player who has excelled offensively in her career, had 7 goals in 2019 when she was a member of the Ivy League first team. That employed a little bit deeper of a midfield role. She is one of the 2 seniors that is returning for another year, along with Ava Lung also out there. Now Columbia just trying to get some consolation out of the final match of the season.
For Columbia, it starts with just 1. Obviously, 4 is going to be near impossible with only 27:40 to go in the second half. But like you said, you want a consolation goal. You want something to go home happy about here. Right now, it's 4-0 Crimson. They've had your number all afternoon long. How can you change the pace a little bit to at least be feeling good on the ride home?
Nothing to lose. 27 and a quarter minute remains. Holland Torres. Up for Del Pico. Pressured the entire way. Good hold off this way. Kaloya scored the second goal of the game. One for the highlight reel here this season.
And Del Pico, you mentioned, the senior coming back. Scored her lone goal against UMass. Started 2 of the 10 games she appeared in coming into this one.
An injury concern, Josephine Hasbo. She was clattered on that right foot in the first half and looks to be favoring that side again, and this is the last thing that Harvard wants to see. 2 goals and an assist for the midfielder who pulls the strings night in and night out.
I'd be surprised if we see her in this contest much longer if she can go either way here. 4-0 game. She does get the thumbs up, though, that she is okay, which is good to see. But again, as we mentioned, Tyler, this game from the start didn't mean much, just confidence building. So a little banged up now. We'll see how much longer she stays in this contest.
Winning on the road is hard. Harvard has done that in back-to-back games in very testing ways. 2 come-from-behind victories. Had a 79th minute winner against Princeton. They won it in the 83rd against Dartmouth. Being able to dig out results on the road and excel at home. Key components for a very poised team, and this is a Harvard group under Chris Hamblin, year number 7. They hope there is a lot more to be written in the story of the 2022 season.
There definitely could be. 10-1-3 is so impressive. A team that lost a game that you look back on and you say, how did they lose that game? They could have easily come into this one undefeated today. But you know what that might do? Might save them a little mind game later in the conference tournament here. Remember the Patriots?
No, I don't know why you had to bring it up at all. But yes, I remember 2008. Thank you very much. Just go back to Hannah Gardner. Yes, the one loss for Harvard in a game in which they outshot BU 27-2. It's just one of those games, no matter what you do, it wasn't meant to be. It's a game of FIFA. Completely outshoot your opponent. They have one chance. They do something with it.
See, I'm usually on the 2-shot side, but I'm giving up 8. So I wasn't on that side.
I was going to say, if you're in the 2-shot side and you're getting wins out of it. And Harvard having one of the best regular seasons in program history, one loss. Tied for the fewest since 1999, and they are well on their way to an undefeated conference slate at 5-0-2, which will have them with the most points in the Ivy League.
Just a really tough way to end the season for this Crimson team. I know it's something they have zero control over, so they came into this game and honestly played some of their best soccer that they have all season. So that didn't affect them. They still wanted the confidence boost, and they're going to have it moving forward here with exciting tournament play just around the corner.
And no matter what would have happened with the Brown-Yale game getting canceled, no contest, one team would have felt hard done. And at least thankfully from the Crimson perspective, they've done enough where it's not something that's going to cost them their season. As Nicola Golan getting ready.
The Toronto, Ontario native has a goal on the season. It's on the Canada U17 national team. As soccer's really starting to grow in Canada now as well. North America as a whole has been seeing quite the growth of talent.
We have our first yellow card of the night shown. It goes to Sophia Cavalier, just a little bit late on the challenge. Brought down Josephine Hasbo. Columbia readying 3 substitutions, just the one for Harvard.
Columbia looking for a bit of a spark here in this second half. Haven't found it yet, as Harvard is back on the offensive here.
Smith Hunter has played all of this second half. Divanero rolls it ahead, low cross, looking to pick out Ava Lung, was belted away. Nice touch. Kaloya, one that was a line drive right at her.
Kaloya has been really, really impressive today. Not only with her offensive skill and that beautiful goal, but she's won plenty of challenges. She's been aggressive all afternoon long and a huge part in this 4-0 scoreline that we're looking at right now.
Forcing Columbia back into a defensive shell. Kaloya, one touch for Torres. This is Del Pico. Torres just a heavy touch, and helping back defensively was Shara Cohen, as Columbia really just putting 11 behind the ball and trying to resist as much as they can.
Yeah, I mentioned it in the first half. It's the speed of Harvard that's really causing a lot of trouble. They win the ball back right there. It's just been too quick. They're a step ahead tonight. And that's been the huge difference in this one.
Great read from Kaloya. Possession back, Ava Lung. Pass was behind her. Lung has been such a great story of resiliency. Dealt with injuries in 2019, and then obviously the canceled 2020 season. It was a long layoff for her. It was demanding both physically and mentally that much time off the field. Coming back for her 5th season. Hasbo shakes away. Kaloya's just maintained possession expertly all night for the Crimson. Kaloya lifts it in, no one making the run. This is easy for Matei.
A lot of possession time there for the Crimson, which they'll happily take with just 21 and a half minutes left in this contest. Another turnover by the Lions in the middle third.
Smith Hunter supported here by Ava Lung. Long cutback ball was missed. Hasbo is in there searching for her hat trick.
You know they're going to be trying to get it to her in this last 21 minutes now. They'll try to feed her the ball and a good chance to score. The sophomore and the regular season on a high, even if she gets the hat trick or not. 2 goals and 5 points on the night. She'll be feeling good after this one.
August Hunter also getting ready to come in for the first time for the Crimson.
Just a first year from Seattle, Washington. Came off the bench in 9 games this season. 4 shots on goal from the back line. So she likes to get involved when she gets into these contests.
Younger sister of Smith. Remember the U.S. Soccer U15 national camps in 2017 and 18.
I always love the sibling connection at the college level because you really see it often.
Megan Mackey ready to rejoin, so it's a trio of changes for both teams. These substitutes that have been waiting for a while. Del Pico picks the pocket. Here she comes on the counter. Gabby Del Pico crossed in. Ava Lung scores. The 2 seniors coming back for more combined, and it's a handful of goals for the Crimson.
And you could see Coach Hamlin so happy about that one. The 2 returning seniors hook up for this one. This is a great pass and a really good finish by Lung. She is harassed from behind, but able to work it away from Beverina and deposit it to the back of the net with exactly 20 minutes to go in the second half.
That is the finish of a proper striker. Ava Lung's second goal of the year. Harvard has added 3 goals here in this second half in a game that still has 20 minutes to go in it, as Chris Hamlin will finally get his substitutions. Asla Gunlishdottir, Angela Kaloya, and Josephine Hasbo all out of the match as the seniors embrace.
And Harvard's got to be feeling really good. We take a look at the bench here. Everyone's in high spirits, up 5-0. Last conference game of the season, and they have looked as good as ever.
Oh, and no Hannah Bibar and Ainsley Amadian. The 2 top scorers, not in the action, but next player up for Harvard. This is a very deep team that is poised to make some serious noise.
Absolutely insane to me that those 2 are out of this contest and Harvard has 5 goals on the night. How impressive is that?
Clipped over the top, DiVinero the header out. And it's just been one and done all night for Columbia. Have really failed to truly build up the field against Harvard. That is, it's been over-supporting in every area on the fields.
Right, it's been a real team effort today. Rose with a couple assists today on the back line. Fosnot's been phenomenal. In a 5-0 game, you don't look at the back line and how good they've been. You look at all the scoring, obviously.
Well, chance to run forward for Ania Prusak, dragged back by the opposite number 6 and August Hunter.
Got to be happy. Many games this season where Harvard's been well ahead, they've been able to get the first years who wouldn't play much in these tight contests in and seeing game action, and that's so valuable that when these seniors are gone, these first years are going to already have played in some real live action, which a lot of times they wouldn't get to done if Harvard wasn't so dominant this year.
DiVinero gets it back for Mackey. Mackey acres of space down this right wing. Who can find her? The Columbia throw on the far side. We tick down the final 17 and a half minutes of this one, and looks like it'll be a 500 conference record awaiting Columbia.
Looks like they will fall to 3-3-1 and finish the season up at 7-5-3, which isn't a bad season at all from the Lions. But this one's going to leave a sour taste in their mouth, that's for sure.
They were picked right there in the preseason poll, 4th. They were the first team outside the NCAA tournament squads, 3-bid league last year for the Ivy League with Brown, Harvard, and Princeton. It's been Yale, the surprise team all season in the H&8. They were picked in the cellar of the preseason poll, and they will wrap things up in 3rd.
Couple subs for Harvard waiting to pop in this contest. As the lights are effective now. Sun has gone down, 5:45, and it's only going to get worse, Tyler. Daylight savings tonight.
That's right. Fall back an hour.
Extra hour of sleep.
Look at you, optimistic all of a sudden.
Well, it's 5-0.
Yeah. Left side. Cross weight up by August Hunter. The back post, DiVenero took it down, but the flag is up. Offside on the Crimson.
First offside of the match there for either team late in the second half. Taking back a little bit of that optimism. That means tomorrow it's going to be dark by 4:30. These lights would have been had to have been on the whole match.
Megan Mackey, another player that just continues to grow in confidence offensively. Nicola Golan now on that left wing in place of Asla Gunlish-daughter. Del Pico clattered into. Good challenge. Sophia Cavalier, who's on a yellow. Chance to run for Sam Cohn. Cohn continued up ahead. Hannah Deljic. Smith Hunter there to clean things up. And we'll finally get the substitutions. Hildur Hakona-daughter, as well as Sydney Farnham into the game. And it's Blake Turner back in for Columbia. Both Icelandic players now into this match.
Sydney Farnham pops into this contest. This is her 6th match played in on the season. Still looking for her first career point. Did grab a start as a first year last season.
Under a quarter of an hour to go. Jade Rose is out. First time she has left the field all season. Jade Rose, who is in game number 9, did miss some time with international duty, with Canadian responsibilities.
She's got to be the player of the match for me. I know that sounds crazy with Hasbo with a 5-point day, but she has been so good on that back line. Columbia really had no chances to score all afternoon long when she was on the pitch. She helped out, grabbed 2 assists up front. I mean, back and forth, offensive, defensive, middle third. It didn't matter where she was. Super impressive and vital and a huge win for the Crimson.
I was waiting for you to mention the assist. And obviously always great defensively, but first points of the season for Jade Rose. One of them an interception in the midfield to feed Angela Kaloya, and then a header down for Josephine Hasbo's first goal. All the tricks here from Del Pico.
Got all her treats on Halloween, so a couple tricks still left in the bag, huh, Tyler? That was a tough one, huh?
Ouch. Megan Mackey over to Hunter. August Hunter marauding in. Still it's August Hunter on the right foot. Shot was slowed down and cleared away. That was Maddie McCaw in the area. Would have fallen fortuitously to Ava Lung.
Hasn't mattered who's been on the pitch for the Crimson team. They have been dominant today, winning another corner late in the second half.
Chance to make it 6 for Harvard. 2 goals in the first, 3 here in the second. Megan Mackey, it'll be an outswinger. Drilled into the near post, headed away by Sam Cohn. Chance to reload on this right side for the Crimson. Clipped up by Kuna Donner. This is Farnham getting her first touch. Columbia able to tiptoe the end line out of play. We'll get a substitution for Harvard. It's Audrey Francois getting ready to come back in.
Surprised we didn't see her a bit sooner in this second half, but I guess with the game well in hand, they just want her to grab a couple minutes, get those legs back going before tournament time.
It is such a confidence-boosting performance. Francois, right off the bench, tried to take it inside. Was picked away by Sophia Cavalier. Well, sometimes on senior days, emotions running high. See, the pregame festivities sometimes can get in the way of the performance. That has not been the case whatsoever. Never even felt that way early in the game. This is a Harvard team that came here with a point to prove, and they are putting the exclamation point towards the ends of this one in the final 11 minutes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler, but I personally think it's a little easier knowing this isn't your last game, knowing that you have more games ahead of you going forward. You know, if you're a team that struggled throughout the year and you know this is your last game, it's going to be tough. The emotions are going to be high, but this Harvard team has some high hopes still to come, and hopefully their best soccer still to come.
Honor the 7 seniors of the class of 2023. Hopefully still have a few games left. Smith Hunter darting down the right wing. Megan Mackey crossed in, and it loops right to Elizabeth Matei.
Good job to come off her line and handle that one. Do have a Lion down on the back line here. Good to see her pop back to her feet. But Matei, really good, pops off her line, gathers that one up. Just about 10 minutes to go in this one.
That is Maddie McCaw getting back to her feet. Went in with it with Ava Lung. The Hunter sisters get it back for Harvard, who have dominated possession here tonight. Chance here. Tabian closing in. Support on the left and right. Tabian down the wing. Deljic. Deljic looking for her first point. Crossed in. Gardner got a piece of it to see it away. A good-looking chance there from Columbia, and Ava Lung knocks it away. Here's Golan in full stride. Nicola Golan wasting no time. Tried to cross it in. Was headed down by Beverina.
And although it's 5-0, a lot of these Crimson players in right now don't see a lot of time, so they're going to try to make their mark on this contest still, as the Lions still have to get back and defend very well there.
Mentality from Chris Hamblin's team. No matter who is out there, the work ethic and responsibility is still the same, and they have not relented here tonight.
It's that killer instinct that this team has. No matter what the score is, no matter what point of the game it's at, they're going to keep bringing it to you. And that's what Harvard's done.
Mackey will play it back. Lara Schenk, who has not left the field, career game number 53. Didn't play in the season opener, but it has started the last 14, has played 90 minutes in the previous 3. Out wide for Hunter. Megan Mackey, hero against Dartmouth. Mackey with the right foot went for the shot. It was blocked by Grace Herron.
Really good play there by Grace Herron. Late in the game, down 5-0. You still wear that shot and make sure you keep the game where it's at.
And out of play for a throw-in, not a corner. Golan methodically in and sped things up. Columbia half cleared. Back with Francois, surrounded at far wing. 7.5 minutes to go in this one. 2 goals in the first half from 2 seniors. Hannah Griffin, Angela Kaloya. And it was Josephine Hasbo's show with 2 goals. She also added an assist in that first half. And then the 2 seniors that are coming back, Ava Lung and Gabby Del Pico combined. It's Del Pico's 2nd assist of the year, Ava Lung's 2nd goal. Contributions up and down this lineup tonight for Chris Hamblin.
And you just look at the overall stat sheet for this game. 20 shots, 14 of those on goal from the Crimson. Just 5 shots for Columbia, 2 on the net. As it really has been a dominating show for this home crowd here.
Del Pico was nudged off it. Well, we don't know what the road ahead looks like. But no matter what it is for Harvard, you feel pretty confident. The way they've ended this season, about to make it a 5-game unbeaten run, one of the best offenses in the country. Just 1 loss, 3 draws, 2 of which very impressive on the road. A team that is about to improve to 6-1 at home and blemish-free on the road at 5-0-3. And a big reason they have continued to elevate themselves in the RPI rankings.
Yeah, I don't know who would want to come here to have to play Harvard. I mean, you see this game today. Columbia, a real solid team, and Harvard made them look out of whack from the start of this game. Another shot on goal for Harvard. It's just been dominating from the start. Only 5:30 to go in this one.
That was Francois who had a go. Part of the Canadian national team from the U15 to the U20 ranks. Well, there's just simply been no way forward for Columbia to really sustain possession and any attacking threat. Harvard with it back. Del Pico cuts back on the left foot. Last-ditch defending there from Courtney Root. It could have been 6 as we're under 5 minutes to go.
Del Pico with that killer instinct that we talk about. She forces a turnover in the box and is able to get it to her left foot and make it happen. Look at this fake shot here. Gets the defender down, but a little bit of help here to make sure that shot is cleared away from danger.
Yeah, left one defender completely in the dust. Not too many layers there, but another corner for the Crimson, their 5th of the night. Harvard a chance to reload. They will instead press the reset button. Belted forward. 1st and 2nd ball for Columbia. Nicola Golan was there, won the ball to stymie the counterattack. There were some numbers forward momentarily for the Lions.
They could have been out the other way with numbers, but that killer instinct stays intact for Harvard. They know what's at stake for their goalkeeper. We can't say it, but they know.
Ava Lung tripped over it. Hannah Griffin, who opened the scoring in this one, a fantastic senior day. 4-point day in tonight. A goal and 2 assists. Had a hand in 3 of the 5 goals. Same with Josephine Hasbo. 2 assists for Jade Rose. First 2 points of the year for the sophomore.
Get your players going into the biggest games of the season. It's really good from Harvard. I know we harped on it. It's a 5-0 contest right now. But look at this. They've still been on the offensive. They won a corner just a few minutes ago. They had a real good chance to score, and they're still forcing turnovers in the offensive third. It's really, really impressive.
Well, for Columbia, It'll come to an end this season at 7-5-3, 3-3-1, 500 in the Ivy League. They were picked fourth. They will finish fourth in the Ancient Eight, but I think a lot to look forward to for Tracy Bartholomew's team. See it, 13 juniors, 12 sophomores. This was a team that returned their top 9 scorers last year as the Lions were offside, but the building blocks and the optimism continue to be there.
It's got to be. Next season, this team could get better and better, and in 2 years, they could be picked for one of the top 3 in this Ivy League. I mean, teams like Harvard, teams like Brown have just been really, really good for the past couple of years, but Columbia brings back a really good team next year. And I know today is not the story of their season at all. For them, you got to say, coming into this game, your last game of the season on the road, a tough place to play, you go down early. It's going to be tough to answer back, especially for a lot of these players, knowing that there's nothing after this.
This will be the largest loss of the year for Columbia by a little bit of a margin. They lost 3-0 on the road against Seton Hall. 0-1 in ranked matches. They lost 2-0 against then 17th ranked Georgetown. So every ranked game that both the teams have played, the team was at the time 17th in the country. Dinked in. That was Blake Turner trying to find reinforcements as we approach the final 90 seconds.
Harvard still doing a good job in their own third, getting everything out of trouble and working quickly back out the other way.
Trying to just stand firm and put the finishing touches on this one to what has been a near perfect senior day.
Talk about the great players Columbia has returning. How about Harvard? 2 players not even in this contest. They're 2 leading scorers that will be back also next season as juniors. I mean, 20 points from Bieber, 16 from Amadian. What's going to be the preseason projection on where they end up next season?
For Bieber, I think you're looking at someone, things keep going right, could be a 100-point player. Final minute and ticking here. Fully loaded Harvard team, even without the top 2 scorers we've seen. They just have simply a different level. They will finish the Ivy League campaign unbeaten at 5-0-2. The most points in the Ancient Eight. It will be a second-place finish on winning percentage. But Harvard will wrap up the regular season 11-1-3. Tremendous showing once again for Chris Hamlin's team, a team that won 12 games last year. And if they get a 12th win this year, it'll be in the NCAA tournament. The road forward is, Mike, from start to finish, simply Harvard on a different level.
It was, and only 2 saves on the evening, but a clean sheet for Hannah Gardner. A very impressive night from her. She did make a really good save to start off this second half. And honestly, if this goes from 3-0 to